share with the motor. Bump up and down cause I think you're older. Place your hand on my thigh, don't be coy, I can hear you sigh. Ground in your hips, I'll be flashing my pink, and in 10 seconds flat, you'll be back with a drink. Bring out the Bacardi, let's sparkle up in the party. Stop that, like a phone in a cold war room on the third floor, knocking on my front door. Me, I'm kind of a rarity, you, with that dexterity. Lean like no, here's what I meant, getting cooler like 20%. You can call me a king or a ruler, selling on bass, getting horse in the mic.
Aye, you haven't hidden. See?
How should someone taste so sweet after all the bitter said to you? Nobody in our cruel world could have seen this coming true, including me, but honestly, what else did you think we could do? But when love sometimes seems hopeless, it will come in subtle moments. It will find a way to make our day brighter, and it's hard for me to say. In my heart, there is a sweetness. In my heart, there is a sweetness. In my heart, there is a sweetness for you.
When we first met, I finished my first set. You were in the club while I spun till the floor split. Attached at the hips, dance till the sunrise. Never catch a sleep, always talk really fun times. I never had a friend like you before. We could chat about music and who we rooting for. And you were too supportive, calling me 2 in the morning. Asked me how my show was, always making me feeling important. Yeah, I was forever in your debt. I love to watch you play your cello, never see you sweat. You cool as an ice cube.
Hi guys, it's your pal Dusty. Just before we get started on this wonderful live stream, I'm going to tell you a bit more about our charities. There's the Seattle Foundation, who are for COVID-19 response there in the Seattle area. There's also Creative Justice, which is a BLM rights charity, and you can actually donate by links that'll be in the chat or on the Everfree website. And Everfree is going to take care of any of the fees for any of that stuff. So if you want to actually donate to either of those charities, you can just go to the website or look up links on our chat. We also have a couple of really great things that are going to be happening. We have a special Marina blanket that is going to be special for this on the Everfree website. Wild Bill's Soda is also going to sponsor us. We're going to have a special mug that you guys can buy also on the Everfree website. So check out those things. If you want to do a donation to those charities, just click on a link or click on a link on the website, and you're going to go there and help out a couple of really great charities. Now, are you ready? I'm ready. We have a great script by Tabitha St. Germain. We're going to get into it right about now. Hey there, fans. It's your buddy Dusty Cat here at Everfree Online. And we have our wonderful panel of voice actors and actresses here to perform for you one fanfic by Tabitha St. Germain called All Fall Down, Go Boom. First, we have Ali Milner as Cadence, Heckler, and Angel Wings. We have Scott McNeil as Flam and Pox. We have Sam Vincent as Flim and Shining Armor. Nicole Oliver, of course, Celestia, and a crystal pony of some renown. Matt Colrick as Humbug Horsefeathers. He's very important in this story. Ashley Ball as your buddy Rainbow Dash, my buddy Rainbow Dash. Crystal Pony #1. And Kiara Zani as Mocha Sunrise and Cough. Tabitha St. Germain, of course, our Princess Luna, Granny, and the voice of Spike. And I am your honorable narrator. I am Dusty Cat. So let's get into it right now. This story is called All Fall Down, Go Boom. Here we go. All fall down, go boom. Interior, a cave on the edge of a high cliff. An enormous polka-dotted dragon, Pox, sits on a sagging throne, in front of which is a pony in a magician hat, Humbug Horsefeathers.
Now!
A sound like apologetic thunder being squeezed through an icing bag fills the cave.
Was that your stomach?
I said, no!
No pony can make diamonds out of thin air.
Crystals, then. Make some quick.
Make crystals? It's the hat, isn't it? You don't get it. That's not my magic thing. I can do some impressions. You know, Rarity, famous designer.
Ooh, spandex makes you look like jelly in a shiny bag, darling.
Pox stares at him like he has gnats in his teeth.
Tough crowd. Okay, you asked for it. Here we go. How's about Princess Celestia?
The sun shineth from outeth, my royalist bot.
He pops back to his regular pony shape, panting.
Wild, right? That was special, just for you. I only do the voice in front of ponies. Full change psychs them out. But I can tell you're open-minded. Great, right? Take a minute. Say, you got any cider? I'm parched.
Pox exhales an angry gout of fire.
Okay, I got your number. Dragon Appeal. You know Spike? Princess Twilight's valet?
Cough.
Humbug morphs into Spike.
Blah! Oh, look! It's a letter from Princess Celestia!
Because he barfs fire and mail.
Cough.
Cough, a massive lethargic teen dragon with the same lurid polka dot markings as Pox, enters.
What?
There you are, Cough. Throw this nuisance off my cliff.
So, Spike isn't my best impression.
Told you to get me a wizard.
Did.
Cough points to Humbug.
Humbug Horsefeathers at your, not service. Comedian wizard, but more comedian. Easy mistake. Kid saw me rehearsing, probably wowed him. It happens. The fam sent me to do anger management. Thought stand-up would help with my issues. I was all, but I found my calling. I'm an entertainer. You should try it. Could help with your issues, too. I'm thinking of doing a seminar.
Pox blows a fireball at him.
Anywho, I have a gig that I'm going to miss, so could you have Mr. Personality here take me back to the Everfree Laugh and Quaff Festival?
Silence! You bore me. Our vow has been eaten hollow of crystal call. Get me a proper wizard to conjure some now.
A string of dragon drool falls.
No.
You've got a little something here.
In the old days, dragons ate other things.
I got an energy bar in my pocket.
Puppies, changelings, ponies.
Barfing.
You're right. It's disgusting. Throw him off the cliff.
Yes, Mother.
Pox's tummy lurks. Cough picks Humbug up like a doll.
Wait, crystals? I know where to get some. A kingdom made entirely of crystals.
Put him down. Caught. Entirely of crystal, you say?
Interior, Northern Equestria, the Crystal Palace.
3, 2, 1, bang!
He stares expectantly at the ceiling.
Nope. I was so sure.
Cadence waves her hooves at the door.
Over here! I feel something.
You do?
3, 2, 1, poof!
The door opens.
Oh.
Standing there is Spike.
Hello to you too.
Sorry,
We're expecting...
Spike, that's me. I work with...
Twiley?
What does that mean?
Twiley, is she here? My sister Twilight?
No, I'm here. I'm Spike, her valet-type dragon.
I think we all know Spike, the brave and glorious. You okay? You sound a little funny.
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Well, duh. I'm here valeting for Twilight. She's like, go there, and I'm like, boom, done.
At that moment, Flurry Heart appears and charges her parents head first, bowling them over and spearing Spike in the belly with her horn. Poink!
Oh, no, Flurry!
Dragon down! She comes in so fast. Can you open your muzzle? How many hooves am I holding up?
Don't worry, hon. Dragon scales are harder than adamantium. You can't hurt a dragon, right, Spike?
Yeah, feel great. Meet dragon.
You don't look fine.
Oh, cute filly. So cute.
They look at Flurry bouncing in the air. She winds up to poke Spike in his tummy with her horn again.
Boom!
No boom, honey. We need to be careful with that horn. Remember what we said about arriving gently?
Boom?
No, honey.
It's not good manners, Flurry. What if he was a pony? You'd hurt him.
I'm just gonna lie here if that's okay. Wow, look at that ceiling. Crystal. And the walls are crystal. And the chandelier. And is that a crystal chair?
As Shining Armor and Cadence glance at the chair, Spike's shapeshift drops, briefly revealing Humbug, with a nasty gouge in his belly.
Ow! Ah! Is something wrong?
It's concussed.
Mm. You got me. It's my condition. Not enough food. Makes dragons weak.
Shining Armor, call for some hay.
Hay is for horses. Yeah. Did you know that in the old days, dragons actually ate other critters? Yeah, me neither.
Flurry Heart's horn lights up as she conjures a giant crystal out of thin air and shoots it over to Spike.
Thanks, kid. I'm gonna save that for later. Gotta remember to pack snacks in case of low blood crystals.
Cadence pushes more crystals at him. He stuffs them in his waistcoat.
Maybe you should eat now, Spike. You're delirious.
Maybe lie down.
She holds out a heart-shaped cushion.
I will, but first I have to deliver a message. It's from Princess Twilight. What's that over there?
He turns to the side, sprays an aerosol can, and flicks on a lighter to create a gout of fire, while pulling out a scroll out of his waistcoat. He pretends to pull it out of his mouth. The cushion bursts into flame, then ash. Lightly singed, Cadence and Shining Armor stare.
What? It's a message. Princess mail. Go on, open it. It doesn't have, like, ick on it. We dragons are very sanitary.
You have just told us the message?
The scroll lifts in the air. While they watch it, Spike turns to one side and speaks in Twilight's voice.
Dear fellow royals.
Wiley!
Fleerheart looks at Spike, then the scroll.
Huh?
She hits the scroll with her horn, and she and it disappear.
What just happened?
Corns. I wish we had a manual. She does this. She'll be back.
3, 2, 1.
Kabang! Flurry, pow, boing, zip. Yeah, it can take a while. 3, 2, 1.
They wait. They wait. But Flurry does not come back. Interior, cake shop. Sky, Celestia's drawing room. Mrs. Cake draws a flower and icing on a cake.
And bloom!
She stands back admiring it in satisfaction. Blammo! The cake explodes. Out pops Flurry Heart, floating the scroll.
Boom!
Cut to. The Wonderbolts soar in formation in the sky. They strain. Angel Wings grits her teeth to keep up.
Here goes everyone! Sonic Reboom!
The squad go into overdrive. Boom!
I did a rainbow! Rainbow!
Lightning! Thunder! Flurry Heart pops into existence in front of her.
Huh? Ah!
Angel Wings plummets out of the sky. Celestia is in her day room, painting a still life of a bowl of fruit. Classical music plays. 1812. Poof! Flurry Heart appears, scroll in mouth. Celestia lifts the scroll absent-mindedly from Flurry and continues to paint.
Oh, thank you so much, Clive. We'll have tea in the arbor as soon as my sister awakes.
Ploop! Flurry Heart disappears. Exterior, Celestia's arbor. Celestia and Luna sit at tea. The scroll hovers nearby.
I would go, my sister, but you know that I sleep 2 weeks solid once a year. This ever-free laugh and quaff falls in my 2 weeks.
Seems to me only 2 weeks ago you slept for 2 weeks.
Huh. I don't think so. No, nope.
Twilight suggests we make an effort to take down the walls that separate us from our subjects. Not in so many words, but if you read between the lines. Huh.
She floats the letter in the air and shakes it.
Faulty scroll. I'll read it. Hey, royal fam, you should leave your home empty and go meet real equestrians at Everfree, Laugh, and Quaff. Let your manes down, mingle, relax.
I cannot do those two things at the same time, sister.
Well, all the more reason. Confront your fear.
You said our.
It is possible I may have some strong feelings.
When will you be sure?
Well, where's Twilight's voice? And call me paranoid. Her tone, it's off.
Paranoid?
Why doesn't the letter work? I'm suspicious. Or am I? Is there a deeper reason? Are we out of touch? Why would Twilight ask this of us? We, after all, teach her. What is the word for this feeling?
Paranoid?
No, it's as if I've eaten lead.
Luna passes her the pastry tray.
Muffin, sister?
Yes, a muffin made of lead.
Lead muffin. I think what you are feeling is dread.
Yes, it's dread. Oh, it is so good to have a moody pony around to clarify these things.
Which means we stay home?
Which means this is probably a growth experience. We're royals. Twilight is correct. We can't be babies about this.
Luna drops the muffin tray. Boom! Instantly, Flurry Heart floops into existence behind Celestia.
Sister! Baby!
Don't be defensive! You always call me sister when you are about to say no.
Behind Celestia's head, Flurry Heart plays peekaboo with Luna.
No,
There, I knew it.
Baby!
Poof! Flurry Heart disappears.
Oh, let's not resort to name-calling. Have you forgotten that I am the ruler of all Equestria? And the boss of, well, everybody?
Who could forget?
Wait. The boss of, well, every pony?
Who could forget?
Good. Settled. We are going to this Everfree Laugh and Quaff. For Twilight.
Luna puts her head in her hooves.
But because I value your opinion when it isn't wrong, should we go in disguise? Just in case.
Exterior, outside the Crystal Palace. Spike, burdened with sacks, exits the Crystal Palace. He morphs into Humbug, worse for the wear. Cough flies down, picks him up, and flies off into the night sky. Interior, Dragon Cave, Mount Rainist. Minutes later, they stand in front of Pox, sacks spilled to reveal piles of crystals. Humbug lies on his side.
You have done well. This is excellent thieving.
It's not thieving. They gave it to me. They thought I was hungry.
You look hungry.
I'm hurt. The kid, the alicorn, she got me in the gut scales at like 60 miles per hour.
You don't have scales.
Exactly. It hurt.
Did you give them the fake message to go to that ever-free thingy so that we can rob this Crystal Palace in their absence?
Look, eat me if you have to. You leave them alone. Their spawn, foal, took the message, went poof, and they're waiting for her to come home. They're not going anywhere.
What kind of idiots cannot command their own offspring? Cough. You go back. Tell these pony royals I have their hatchling here. Their foal. They will leave the palace. We will rob it.
You can't do that. They're nice ponies. They have heart-shaped pillows, for crying out loud. Bad enough that I lied and told them that I'd go get help.
And throw the useless horse off my mount.
Cough carries Humbug to the cave entrance. Way below, the bottom of the cliff is a mass of jagged peaks, as he ties up Humbug's wings and legs.
Sorry about this.
No, don't do it.
Well, you can't fight the system.
What system? It's one loony old dragon. Use your words. No, Mom, that's evil. Your system has lost the plot. They really are nice ponies over there, you know. You could just ask them for help.
You're a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, write that down, because it's the first funny thing you said.
Okay. That's just hurtful.
You think that hurts? Wait till you get to the bottom of the cliff.
You know, when your mom kept going...
Cough! Get me a magician! Cough!
I thought she had a cold.
Whatever. Hey, Humbug, what's your impression of this?
Cough chucks Humbug off the cliff.
Ah!
Interior, Everfree Laugh and Quaff tent. Evening. In front of a poster of Humbug. The joint jumps. The cider flows. Angel Wing sits at the Wonderbolt's table wearing a plastered-up brace to her neck that holds one leg out straight.
So, this unidentified object in my sky, you say it looked like...
Baby.
You mean like something little?
No, I mean a foal, a Pegasus, but just born.
Yeah, I don't follow.
It was wearing a diaper and jammies.
Maybe... Did you hit your head? Anyway, this is exactly why you gotta be ready for it, rookie. You hear that?
What?
She turns to look, and in doing so, Angel's brace, whomp, knocks Rainbow off the bench. Now on the floor, Rainbow sees Mocha Sunrise under the table.
Mocha Sunrise? That you? You know, there are perfectly good chairs up here. I was just in one.
Sorry.
I can't show my face. A comedian is supposed to be on in 10 minutes, but a giant dragon got him. I'm supposed to take his place, and I only know one joke.
Meanwhile, across the tent, two mysterious figures in drab cloaks enter.
I wish I knew why Twilight thought this was necessary.
Oh, Zoom. The reason will reveal itself, I'm sure. We'll treat this like any friendship lesson. Look on the sunny side. If someone is in need, we come to the rescue. Let's not dwell on discomfort, sister. Look!
She points to the sign by the stage. Humbug horse feathers.
They have a comedian! Oh, I love comedy. It is so distracting and ebullient.
Pity. They could have used the space for poetry readings. Or, yay, comedy.
They sit. Flim and Flam approach with trays and catch them looking at the sign.
Supposed to be on in 10 minutes.
I'm not supposed to say anything, but that ain't gonna happen.
Good. Chance our comedian won't be showing up anywhere ever again.
He slugs back a drink off his own tray.
Our Miss Mocha is meant to be taking his place, but I'll bet my button she's still barfing under a table.
Too much coffee, not enough cider.
Also, she only knows the one joke.
Back to Rainbow, Mocha, and Angel Wings.
What's your one joke?
A pony walks into a cider tent with a frog on its head, and the server goes, "What's that?" And the frog goes, "Would you believe it started as a wart on my bum?"
She fear barfs on Rainbow's hooves.
Yeah, needs work. About this dragon.
Back to...
Yeah, we've been here since 5 a.m. Anyway, what can we get you to drink?
I'm fine.
Oh, her mouth says fine, brother, but her eyes say cider, cider, cider.
I assure you they do not.
We are content.
Girls, this is a laughing quaff.
I recommend the cider.
Well, we'll have a cider in a dirty glass.
They look at her.
That was light-hearted banter, once said by Drollbit the Jester, renowned for his humor.
She cracks me up with that dead serious thing, brother.
Subtle, me likey. Okay, girls. Snoring Sweet Apple Acre cider, or do you want the Flim Flam Turbo Wham?
Either is fine.
He plops cider before them and sits with them.
Either is fine. Oh, brother, I think not.
Oh, that's not what we think.
Flim Flam is finer.
Why might your comedian not show up?
Well, keep it under your hat.
Don't want to cause panic.
But this morning they were setting up the stage. Humbug, our comedian, was rehearsing. Funny guy, I said to my brother.
That guy's funny. All of a sudden, something rips the whole tent away, and there, in the sky.
The sky, I say, is this great big pokey dotty dragon. And he says to the comedian, "Don't do that again." So Humbug waves his wand, and that's his shtick, you know, and does his impression of Princess Celestia. It's exact.
And we mean exact. That super serious thing she does. Kind of like you. Hilarious.
Hilarious, like you. And the dragon goes, "My mom wants to see you." And he picks Humbug up and flies away with him. It was a huge dragon and feral. Put it this way.
I wouldn't want to meet his mom. Anyway, we...
Flam! Flam! Quit your quinoodling with them mares and serve the ding-ba-dang cider!
Oh, biggity bugger.
Oh, draddly drat.
All right, duty calls. Drink up.
They weaves off. Celestia and Luna obediently down their cider, glug glug glugging. They slap the glasses down, eyes widen.
Sister, you.
No, sister, No, it's okay. It's our friendship challenge.
I must save him from that dragon.
No, you.
You go first.
Well, I'm gonna go and be funny.
I must save him from that dragon. Oh, what? You go first.
Well, it's obvious. They need a comedian. And Twilight seems to want us both out of our comfort zone. Luna, hold my cider. I'm doing stand-up.
Celestia strides off toward the stage, leaving Luna holding her empty mug.
I'll just rescue the comedian from danger then, shall I? I'll just go after the enormous pony-snatching dragon. Right? Okay. You be you, sunbutt.
Interior, the Crystal Castle, Crystal Kingdom, night.
Whammo? She's em? We? Nothing. It's been hours. Where is she?
Spike said he'd get Twilight to help. Oh, shining armor. Why do I feel like no one's coming?
Exterior, Everfree Laugh and Quaff. Luna stands outside the tent. The moon passes overhead, covered by a cloud. Luna concentrates. Her face appears in the moon. She searches the land. Dragonfire draws her attention to Mount Rainist. Exterior, Mount Rainist at night. Eyes squeezed shut, Humbug plummets towards the ground.
Any second! Boom!
Through his closed eyes, Humbug senses a light.
Is this it? Am I dead?
He risks opening one eye to find himself hovering in the air above a spiky outcrop. In front of him is...
Oh, it's you.
Flurry touches her horn to his ropes as they undo. He stretches out his wings and floats, wincing.
Whew. Pretty sure that was gonna be a splat. Oh, I got a little boo-boo in the old tum-tum. Yeah.
She touches her horn lightly to his tummy and sends out a healing magic.
No bite.
You got me, kid. I'm that guy. I'm not Spike.
Interior, Everfree Laugh and Quaff, night. As Celestia approaches the stage, Granny hobbles up in front of her and grabs the mic.
The comedian ain't here, but don't y'all fret. I'm gonna treat you to some Ponyville history. Shouldn't take but a couple of hours.
Get off the stage!
Exterior, the night sky. Rainbow Dash, flying high, catches sight of the shadow of a giant winged something.
Gotcha! Prepare to meet your rainbow-flavored doom!
When suddenly, the shadow looms above her.
Rainbow?
Yeah!
She flaps like a chicken.
I did not mean to frighten you.
What? Me? I was just doing some aerobics. Some of these exercises. They can look pretty freaky.
Why are you flying north at such speed?
Oh, top secret mission.
Yes.
Oh, right. I can tell you, because you're, you. A feral dragon captured.
The comedian from Everfree Laugh and Quaff. Yes. I believe the cave we are looking for is there.
They land on Mount Rainist at the cave entrance.
Feral dragons are unpredictable, and they are unused to company other than their own. We must proceed with caution.
But Rainbow's already in the cave.
Hey, dragon! Equestrian Sky Authority! Why don't you come out here and...
Whoosh! A gout of fire scours the mouth of the cave. Luna and Rainbow plaster themselves against the side of the mountain.
Oh, looks like someone has issue with authority.
I am the queen, and my sky's horse. Leave this place, or my breath will reduce you to ash.
Yeesh. You could floss,
Rainbow, please. Dragon, I am Luna, princess of the night. We come in peace.
Crack! Silt starts to fall. The mountain rumbles. Pow! The top of the mountain blows off. Pox rises into the sky. Falling rock obliterates Rainbow and Luna.
You come in pieces, you mean? I may be weak now, but once I've thrown away the annoying ponies and feasted on the Crystal Empire, I will rule the skies like the dragons of old. Cough, cough, cough. Come, cough, cough.
Puff, covered in dust, follows.
Ma, you could warn me when you're about to blow the mountain. I broke a nail.
Silence, hatchling. To the Crystal Empire.
Interior. Meanwhile, in the Laugh and Quaff tent, the audience is bored stupid.
Of the Bartlett family 6 times removed. Now she had a peg leg made of pear wood, and if she had 2, it would have been a pair of pear legs.
She falls asleep at the mic.
Woo! Yeah! Granny!
Woo!
Flim and Flam carry Granny off stage. Mocha takes the mic, nervously.
Ever hear the one about the...
She runs off to barf.
Hey, what are we supposed to watch now?
Celestia takes the mic.
Hi, all rise for the sun. Kidding, don't get up. My name is, Sunny McSunface, and I'll be your comedian. Is this on? Anyone here from Canterlot? No. Okay, well, I'm certainly not. Did you hear the one about the sun going to school? She was trying to get brighter because the sun... anyone see the recent solar eclipse? Or as Princess Celestia thought of it, her day off? Because she became superfluous for almost 3 minutes. How does Luna cut her hair? She eclipse it. Thank you. You can hold your applause till the end. Some ponies say Luna should go where the sun don't shine, also known as night. That's just mean. Actually, Luna would have to put on a bit of weight if she was going to block the great big mighty sun, am I right? Speaking of weight, why does moon rock taste better than ground rock? It's a little meatier. Meatier. Because, you know, not even I get that one. Many Bothans died! I don't know what that means either. Do I get paid in cider? Can I be paid now? Anyway, lots of ponies travel to see eclipses, but Princess Luna just blocks that stuff out.
Interior, the rubble of Mount Rainist. Dust fills the air. Rainbow and Luna are trapped in a pocket of rockfall.
Did we get him? Did we save the comedian?
But Luna is still. Exterior. The sky is near the Crystal Palace.
Have all of you gonna have all you can eat. I just need to rest.
She falls out of the sky like a meteor and lands in a crater of her own making. Poof! Cough flies down.
Ma, is this smart? What happened to telling them that you have their hatchling and luring them away? You couldn't fight a bug in this condition.
I'm so hungry. I'm a growing girl. I'm only 585 years old. For goodness sake, it shouldn't be like this. I'm in my prime.
She blows a whiny gout of fire.
Oh, pooh. Where are the snacks the pony stole from us? Don't tell me you left the snacks.
2 Crystal Empire ponies walk by.
Is something wrong with the big dragon?
Nah, she's just angry.
Oh, I don't blame her. I'm a monster if I don't get my morning carrots.
I have an energy bar. Apple oat.
Why? Why?
Pox starts to weep weakly. Fire and smoke fill the air.
Dude, you grew up in a cave or something? For dragons, we eat crystals, hello?
Oh, of course. Why didn't you say?
They empty their pockets. They are full of crystals.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, don't mention.
Pox licks all the crystals off the ground. Restored, she burps an almighty brrrp and rises into the sky.
No, got nothing. Come, Cough! We have a kingdom to devour.
Exterior, the night skies. Earlier.
Listen, kid, I'm going to take you with me to Everfree Laugh and Quaff. Ever seen a comedian work? Then I'll get you home so your folks will...
Boom! Mount Rainist blows as Pox and Cough break out. Floop! Flurry Heart disappears.
You gotta be kidding me. She just went back to that stinking mountain, didn't she? Ah, I'll never get to my gig. Laugh and Quaff? Or help kid? Laugh and Quaff? Or help... what are you saying? The kid helped you, you mook.
Humbug turns around. Interior, the Crystal Palace. Continuous. Attendants walk around the castle talking to the ceiling.
Keep going, attendants. Flurry likes her landing noise. She's bound to respond.
Poof! Whap! Kabab! Kasnap! Slurp! More! Bada-bing! Splat! My little one goes floo-blop. What noise will make her stop? Is it a flooble, a flubble that'll get her out of trouble? Is it a crick, a crack? What's the word to call her back? A pop, a bam, or snickety snack? The feeling's gonna give me a heart attack. I want my darling to be free as bee to sniff every flower, but she's not certain yet what to do with her power. So if I say whoosh kapow, will it call her back now? Oh, how do you warn a newborn baby alicorn? Poof! Flop! Bing! Bang! Never know where my filly lands. Bing! Bang! Boom! Poof! Better hot water than hot soup. Bing! Bong! Ding! Dong! Wing! Wong! Clunky clang! Kablooey! Kablooey! Kablammy! She's out on her own in a new pajamas. Boosh! Boosh! Fury on the loose! Kapow! Splash! Boom!
Badash! The ceiling is ripped off, and there hovers Pox.
Am I interrupting? Who cares? I'm here for the all-you-can-eat buffet.
So saying, she rips the crystal throne off of its dais and shoves it in her mouth. Cough hovers by her side. The attendants scream and run as Pox's claws swipes the crystal table up to eat.
Why are you doing this? What do you want?
Shining armor, be careful!
It's obvious, isn't it? I want your stuff. Get out of the way. Mama's hungry.
A giant claw taps Pox on her giant shoulder. It's another dragon. It's even bigger. So big, only its head fits in the hole where the roof has been ripped off.
I think what you mean to say is Mama is rude or ungrateful or just plain mean. These ponies gave you food of their own free will. Did it never occur to you to just ask?
You're just hungry? Is that all it is? Of course we'll help you.
Pox pauses, half a chair in her mouth.
Mom, a bunch of strangers on the ground just gave you every crystal they had. I don't want to disrespect my elders, but quit being evil. This will not stand, Ma. This will not stand. There, I said it.
And not just because the dragon is scary big. Please don't hurt me, dude.
What, like tie your wings and throw you off a mountain? Wouldn't dream of it.
You will give me food?
Yes, but by all means, finish that chair. I've been meaning to redecorate.
It's a growth spurt. I'm only 585.
Well, that's understandable.
Pox points to the crystal cradle.
Can I have that? I mean, I'm still hungry.
Ooh, would you mind eating something else? The chandelier, perhaps? It's just, the cradle is our daughter's and she's missing. I wish you could meet her. She can turn anything into crystal. Her bedroom is full of diamond sculptures that were once plushies. Here, there's some in her crib. Can I offer you those?
A string of drool drops from Pox's mouth.
Diamonds. Oh, my favorite noms. Yes, please. Yes, please. I have a son. You can have.
Ma?
It was a joke. Oh, I can't joke with friends now.
With that, the new dragon leans into the room, revealing Rainbow Dash, Luna, and Flurry Heart rotting on its back. They slide down its neck into the room as the dragon shrinks. Then it turns into Humbug.
You. Oh, this guy. Oh, you got me good. You got me good. Oh, you got me so good.
Flurry Heart!
Go boom!
It loves her boom.
Of course! Boom!
Flurry Heart pops into her dad's arms.
The word was boom!
Flurry pops into her mom's arms.
I can see we will teach each other many friendship lessons, new dragon friends. But you, Humbug, tell me, why is it you are still in disguise?
Huh? Spike no bug?
No, kid, I'm not Spike, and I'm not really Humbug either. But I am kinda a bug.
He turns into Bug Hum.
Ah, you are a changeling, are you not?
Yes, ma'am. I really get it now. Ponies are pretty accepting. And I now know that if you don't ask for something, no one is gonna just guess that you want it.
Excuse me. I got that too.
But I was worried because historically folks get freaked out by changelings. I guess I was just being cautious, staying in disguise.
You brought Flurry home. You are always welcome here.
Thank you. I'll be honest, the right thing doesn't always come naturally to me, but I'm getting it.
Pox starts weeping, chandelier bits falling out of her mouth.
Me too.
Luna pats the dragon's neck and stuffs the drooly bit of chandelier back into her mouth.
We all need help sometimes. We all need to be reminded that we're part of a whole, not less or more than any other part. When you really understand that, it becomes impossible to harm someone else.
I had a gig as a comedian at Everfree Laugh and Quaff. I wanted to do it so bad, I almost made a big mistake.
Oh, I was looking forward to that stand-up.
Bad news. I'm afraid my sister filled in for you.
You mean Celestia?
Luna nods. Bughum morphs into Princess Celestia.
This Princess Celestia?
Oh, no way! Do it! Do the routine!
All right. Thank you, One Pony! Not so, Princess Luna? Family, can't live with them, can't banish them to the moon. Wait, yes I can! Oh, too soon? Want to braid manes?
Oh,
How does Celestia, I mean me, how do I drink my cider? Out of sunglasses. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the quartz. Just leave the floor, okay, Nibbles? Trying to do stand up here, not fall down, okay? We cool?
Cough still looks unimpressed.
I liked your speech, Cough, you big rebel. Reminded me of someone.
Bughum turns into Cough, who backs up, shaking his head.
Don't do me. Don't do me. Hey, I don't even sound like that.
Bughum turns into Cadence.
Flop! Blang pathoody! Sorry, I wasn't swearing at you. I was just calling my spawn.
Bughum morphs into Shining Armor.
Twily!
He morphs back into himself, then back into Shining Armor.
Twily!
Then back to himself.
You get the idea.
Everyone claps and rushes in to pat him on the back. Fleurheart joins the gang. Her horn lights up. Kapow! All of them, Shining Armor, the two princesses, the two dragons, Rainbow and Flurry, find themselves on stage at Everfree Laugh and Quaff. Celestia, mid-routine, still holds the mic.
Uncle Boo?
Boom!
The big, fat, hairy end.
Love it.
Hi, everypony. Hi, everyone. It's such a treat to be here with you in some form. I hope everyone's holding up, and I think a big part of feeling grounded in this whole thing has been getting into nature for me. So I recommend everyone maybe take off your shoes, go for a stroll in the grass, get out there, jump in the ocean, do what you can, or the lake or whatever body of water you're close to. I'm sending love and light your way, and I hope everyone is hanging in there. Oh, I would highly recommend getting a dog too. This is Bruce. Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
He's a sleepy boy.
So cute.
Hi, everyone. Nicole Oliver here. Tabitha, it's always such a great script. This comes before you hear it. You're going to love it. If it comes after you've heard it, I'm sure you loved it. So thank you for giving us something to laugh about. And during these, if I hear this one more time, but I'll say it, unprecedented times, I think what's kept me going has been friendship, has been knowing that I am not alone, whether it's over social media, Zoom calls, or waving at my neighbors from 6 feet away. Be kind, be calm, be safe to each other, as our doctor, Dr. Bunny Henry up here in British Columbia says. And put on a big pair of patience pants and a little extra dose of kindness for everyone. We got this. We'll get through this together.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Colrick, and this was going to be my first, Everfree was going to be my first convention, meeting all the MLP fans, and I was really looking forward to hanging out with all of you in person and chatting and learning your stories, but it wasn't to be, but that's okay. Thanks very much for joining us today remotely, and this was so much fun to reconnect with all my Vancouver friends and play again. And yeah, I echo what Ashley said. Get out and enjoy nature, and hang around and spend time with your friends who really support you during this time, whether it's in exercise and friendship, and keep you happy and healthy. Gravitate towards those people. So thanks for tuning in and joining us, and hopefully see you in person or digitally soon.
I'll be quick because I get nervous and shy. I don't know. All I'm going to say is the things that have helped me is obviously being with my animals, which I absolutely love. Meditation has been huge for me. Just laying still and being grateful for what I have. Laughter has been huge. So whether it's watching really cheesy old movies or laughing with my husband, that's been key for me. And exercise, I've always been into just moving my body, and while I move my body, being grateful for moving my body. That's huge. So I'm sending everybody love and light, and I feel so fortunate to receive such kind messages all the time over Twitter and Instagram, and I'm sending you big hugs and kisses right back.
Hey, every pony. I'm Allie Willa Milner, and in these wild times, the thing that's really helped me to stay grounded is staying creative. And that's actually something that the pony fandom has always inspired me by the level of creativity that I witness over and over and over. So stay creative and stick together while also distanced, and, you know, create together where possible. And echoing what everyone else said, you know, keep your friends' distance close and be kind. And I know that you guys are terrific at all those things, so stick with it.
Hey, y'all, everybody, every pony. Scott McNeil here. We seem to be sharing things that keep us going through these, as Nicole says, difficult times. You know what? We live in a wonderful fucking time. I'm going to edit that. Hey, y'all, Scott McNeil here. We are sharing goodies about getting through these difficult times, especially when we can't do things like Everfree, which, to echo Matt, was going to be my first pony convention too. So I'm a little bummed. But you know what? We live in a marvelous age. Electronic age. God, I sounded like Trump for a second there. We can communicate, we can socialize, we can do all these things from a distance. We're kind of fortunate in that regard. And to paraphrase and echo what else was said, we'll get through it. Things will change. It'll take time, but we'll get through it. And maybe there will be a new normal. Keep busy, stay sane. I've been building furniture. I've been cooking like a beast. My garden looks magnificent. Nature, trees, greens, walks, it's all good. Stay safe. Peace out. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, Sam Vincent here. It sucks that we didn't get to come and see you guys in person. But you know, stuff happens in life. But we're here talking together. So I'm happy to be a part of this wacky script that Tabitha did. It was a lot of fun. Dusty, way to go, buddy, with the narration. Thanks for participating. Scott, thanks for organizing all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole huge team behind you, right? He's like, yeah, right. So, guys, you know what? If you're feeling a little down, please talk to somebody, get out there, have a conversation. We can still talk to each other, and we can still communicate in person if you can. Get out there and just talk. I really encourage that. I am learning to take the opportunity during this time to start drawing again. I really suck at it. I do. But every day I take some time and do it, because that's all that matters, is that you take a little bit at a time and you get better at something. And there's so many things that we're not good at, and that's okay. Just start the process and you'll be fine. And use that time. Think of it in a positive way. So that's what I'm doing. I encourage you to do it. And hopefully we'll get to see you guys in person soon. Okay, so keep on keeping on, people.
Hi guys, this is Tabitha, and I'm so sorry that we missed you personally at Everfree this year. Scott asked us what we've been doing to keep sane during these times, and I just for me, I think the most valuable thing, and the thing that I would want to impart, is to say, feel your feelings, because they're complicated about what's coming up. And I actually am one of the people that is extremely optimistic about our human future. And I think what's happening right now is just us purging our shadows. And once the shadows are gone, we're all going to have a lot more clarity. And we're going to be able to be more present with our lives as we're gradually being, as we're being almost forced to be being, by being at home, by ourselves with our thoughts, or just refining our relationships in a very, very up close and personal way. And it can be uncomfortable, but if you don't push your feelings down, if you actually feel them as they happen, they have a chance to then leave. They're just processed and they'll go. So the thing that I wish for everybody is to honestly feel your feelings, even the icky, sticky ones, and just let them leave you and let them have their natural progression. All of the old stuff. Grief is a thing that human beings have so much of, and they really need to let some of the sadness about a lot of things, how we've treated one another, how we've treated the planet, whatever it is.
So I think we're heading into a great future. And there may be a lot of resistance and apparent dissension, but it's just apparent dissension because the truth of the matter is that we're all one being. We're all one great big love ball on this planet. So we're just playing our avatars really hard. We're just playing the characters in our little video games super freaking hard, but it's all good. And I miss you guys and I love you guys. And this is me signing out.
Hey guys, it's your buddy. It's tough. It's tough right now. It's tough all over. But I want you all to know that, you know, I love you guys. I want you to be the best you can be. I want you to keep your brains occupied. I want you to learn new things. If you've never made cookies, learn to make cookies. If you've never done a model kit, do a model kit. Get out there and start hiking. Just throw around a baseball. Do something. Get your brain going, because just sitting in your house doing nothing is just going to drive you deeper into any depression you might have. So get out there, do a walk, make sure you're social distance, make sure you're wearing your mask. But we can get out of our houses a little bit more. Go ride a bicycle. Go learn something new, right? Learn Japanese. Figure out, what do you really want to do with your downtime? Because we all have a bunch of downtime right now. Learn something new. So something that you've always wanted to do, but never had the time. Guess what? You have the time now. So remember that we love you. We all want to see you safe, and we're all going to see you next year, aren't we?
When we first met, I finished my first set. You were in the club while I spun till the floor split. Attached at the hips, dance till the sunrise. Never catch a sleep, always talk really fun times. I never had a friend like you before. We could chat about music and who we rooting for. And you were too supportive, calling me 2 in the morning. Asked me how my show was, always making me feeling important. Yeah, I was forever in your debt. I love to watch you play your cello, never see you sweat. You cool as an ice cube, but playing the right tune, make the strings sing while the orchestra's behind you. But why? When you got the big gig, everything you had to practice, everything you did. And so every single second of the day you were occupied. Couldn't find a little time for me, even if you tried. Yeah, Octavia, won't you tell me why you are leaving me on hold? Oh no, oh Octavia, in the time gone by, when did you become so cold? Cause the silence between us just ain't right, as what we once had grown old. Oh no, yeah, Octavia, better answer me, cause I won't let you leave me on hold. It's been a couple of weeks, I ain't got nothing but a peep, but no, I shouldn't. I believe that I'm starting to freak. You're just a friend, but then again, even French to speak. Not that it matters, never mind, I got others to meet. But serious, Tabby, like, are you mad at me? Like, did I do something bad or exceedingly crappy? I know it sounds sappy, but we were both happy. What happened to us when you never ever call me back? You know, forget about it, I don't even wanna hang. I could find a million others like you on the pleasure train. I don't really know why I'm even bothered. I'm a big star, you're only a fan, just like every other. Maybe more than a fan, you are a good friend. Way more than I can stand, this pain it should end. Insane and intense, maybe this isn't friendship. Maybe this emptiness, it feels beyond a kinship. Tell me why, won't you tell me, Octavia, won't you tell me why, tell me why, won't you tell me, Octavia, won't you tell me why. My heart skips when the phone rings, it's not you, then the heart heart sinks, and that part stinks. These hard things that I'm parsing, they're far-reaching, and I start seeing what my heart's being. And even then, I mean, we're friends, so I'd be on the fence. Cause it depends on how you feel, if it's really immense. Even the best intentions, leaving the rest attention. Essentially, intense is test every single dimension. But no, I'm digging on it, tapping, I'm thinking I want it. I leave connections in my heart, and I'm starting to sonnet. Your poetry in motion, my spirit's written upon it. You know me and my notions, I'm fearlessly here to flaunt it. So hear me out, I miss all of this worry and doubt. I fear of the clouds, now it's clear, I'm hearing the shout. In only a moment, I am glowing and growing and bold. You've got me at home, but yo, it's you that I'm hoping to hold on. Yeah, Octavia, won't you tell me why you are leaving me on hold? Oh no, oh Octavia, in the time gone by, when did you become so cold? Cause the silence between us just ain't right, as what we once had grown old. Oh no, yeah, Octavia, better answer me, cause I won't let you leave me on hold.
The person you're trying to reach, Octavia, is not available right now. If you need further assistance, enter pound now. Thank you and goodbye.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really glad that you can make it. Hope you enjoyed the script reading from earlier today. We were very fortunate to have our VIPs participate in that. So we hope you all enjoyed it. We are here today on what would have been Saturday of Everfree Northwest 2020. As all of you already know, of course, we weren't able to hold the event. And while we're not too happy about that, of course, we're at least glad to be able to do something here as well. And we certainly hope that you all are staying safe at home as well. So just to start things off, we have a collection here of a bunch of our directors here at Everfree Northwest, and we're just going to do some brief introductions before we jump right into it. My name is Simmel. I am the con chair for Everfree Northwest. Yeah, let's just keep it going. Button.
Hello, I'm Button. I'm the vice chair for Everfree Northwest.
Now some of our directors.
You want to call off the order, Simmel?
Sure, B-Pen.
Hi, yes, I'm B Pendragon. I am the director of productions, which is anything AV related that happens, main stage, side panels, if there's a projector or a speaker involved, that's technically my department.
Bravery.
Bravery the Brony. I'm the head of public relations. If you see anything pretty much on any of our social media channels, that's usually handled by me or one of my colleagues.
Yep. Tails.
I'm Tails, and I'm the head of guest relations.
Tycho.
Hi, I'm Tycho Dragon. Tycho. I'm head of IT, so any of the like website registration, our online databases, those are all handled by me and my team.
Yep. Thornwing.
Hi, Scott Thornwing. I am currently in charge of hotel and taking care of some VIP work with our VIP guests.
Ruthalis.
I'm Ruthalis. Nice to meet you, and I am our Director of Operations. So I make sure everything gets where it needs to go and support all the other departments.
Curtis.
Hey, I'm Curtis. I former event director for a couple of years, chair for a year, and now just kind of more in the background, handling some backing and boring legal stuff.
Clockwork.
And advisory stuff, but you'll still making sure things are running.
Hi, I'm Master Clockwork, and I am the events director, which covers a wide range of things, but we can get into that, I think, as this goes along.
Yep. Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm the department manager for guest relations, so I work with Tails in that department.
Yep. Really happy we could all be here today because it means that I at least get to see you in some capacity. It sucks being in quarantine, of course, and not being able to see everyone in person every year like we normally do is pretty not fun, but at least we can do something instead of that. So, well, what we wanted to take this opportunity to do, and B-Pen, I think this was actually your idea to put this together, so thank you for that. What we want to do here is just try and sort of go over some frequently asked questions that we might get as a result of the con being canceled for this year and what next year is going to look like. And then we're happy to answer questions from chat as well and just hang out with you guys. You can have a chance to get to know the faces behind Everfree Northwest as well. So if you don't already know, of course, the convention for next year, it has already been scheduled. It is happening August 13 through 15, 2021. That's going to be at the same venue that we had arranged for this year. It's a new venue for us, the Hyatt Regency Bellevue in Bellevue, Washington, just across the lake from downtown Seattle. Disappointed, of course, that you couldn't get to see it this year, but we've already got them signed up for next year as well. So it should be a lot of fun to see that as we go on. If you don't yet have badges, as you might know, we did a rollover system that allowed you to either roll over your badge, your registration for Everfree 2020 into 2021, or you could donate the cost of your badge to the convention, or you could just get a full or partial refund as well. But badges are new registration for the 2021 cycle. That's going to be starting in the next day or two after IT finishes some last finishing touches on that again. As for the hotel rooms, those are going to be available not right now, but actually starting next weekend. You might remember convention next year is happening August 13th through the 15th. The way the hotel's registration system works for booking those rooms, it has to be no more than a year in advance, which is why we can't make them available right now. But they will be available starting next weekend, and you'll see more posts on social media about that as well. So keep an eye out for that if you don't already have your hotel booked.
Quick thing on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to get a jump start on your hotel registrations, we will be opening purchases for the high floor bookings through Everfree ourselves for hotel registrations for next year. Those will be available this week before the regular links direct to the hotel go on sale or go on live. So It's going to be pretty tight for next year's registrations again. We have a lot of people wanting to get a hotel room. We encourage you to get it as quick as you can, get the registration in the system early. And if you want to get a jump start, get ahead of the curve, you can go through the website and purchase your hotel room this week before the links to regular registrations for those hotel rooms go live to the public next weekend.
Yep. Thanks, Thorne. Some questions that we anticipated getting in results to, anything you might have signed up for Everfree 2020. So if you applied for a panel or if you applied to be a vendor, anything like that. If you did apply for a panel, you will need to reapply again. We're recycling everything. We're taking all new submissions. Reason for that being that a lot can change in a year, and maybe you signed up for a panel for this year and your plans change and you can't really make it again in 2021. We don't want to assume that you are going to continue to run it for 2021. So we are going to ask that you resubmit your panel applications if you still plan to run them. And of course, if you haven't submitted a panel and you would like to run a panel for Everfree Northwest 2021, those applications will be opening sometime in the near future as well. So keep an eye out for that. For vendors, you're going to sell stuff at the con. You do not need to reapply if you applied for Everfree 2020. Those applications are being carried forward automatically. You don't need to take any further action on that, unless, of course, you would like to withdraw your application. Then you want to make sure that you send an email to vendors@everfreenw.com, just to let us know that that's the case. But other than that, you're good to go. You don't have to take any further action on that, and we will have your application ready to go into the 2021 cycle. As for volunteers, our lovely volunteer staff for Everfree Northwest, our HR department, and that's Joey, he couldn't be here today, but they sent out an email requesting whether you would like to continue to be on staff or not. And all you had to do really is reply to that to let us know if you wanted to stay on board. Otherwise, I believe it's this weekend was the cutoff, right? Where we were going to start over with the new staff applications.
I believe that is correct.
Yeah, that's right. So if you haven't already responded, you might be able to get in like one last day. Make sure you respond to that email, check your inbox, check your spam filter. Make sure it should come from an @everfreenw.com address there, and you can respond to let us know you'd like to stay on staff. And of course, we're always looking for new volunteers as well. And everfreenw.com/volunteer is, I believe, the link to go to look for information on that. Cool. So a few other questions we get commonly asked is, will our VIPs still be at the next Everfree? Will they be here in 2021? Tails, what's the answer?
All the guests we've announced that are still listed on our website, they're all coming back again, and we'll probably add some more closer to the event too. So just stay tuned for that.
Yay. Clap reacts. Really fortunate to have that happen. Our guests have been very gracious in accommodating the changes here. Of course, the world has been kind of flipped on its head, so we're all dealing with some difficulties, but it's really awesome to have talent that's willing to work with us and to come back next year with such little fuss. So really appreciate the VIPs. Show them your love as well, for sure. You might have also seen this weekend that we've been selling a lot of interesting merch off of our website. If you go to everfreenw.com/merch, you should be able to find a listing that shows all the cool things we're selling, including some mugs from Wild Bill Soda, which Button is demoing here in her camera here. You've got, I think, 4 different styles of mug, right? Yeah, that's right. And they're made out of this cool polished metal. If you were at the last BronyCon, it's similar to what they had as well. These are, I think, what is it? They're like laser etched on there or something. It's a really nice finish. It's not going to come off.
Yeah, it's a laser etch on a stainless steel. And the mug itself is fully stainless.
These ones are really nice. The etching, the quality is deep in there. It's not going to get messed up. Beautiful, shimmery, mermaidy. And then we have the classic one as well.
The classic with just the Everfree logo on there.
Dishwasher safe.
Is it?
No, not the double barrel. Not the double barrel.
They're not.
Not this one.
Yeah, careful.
These heavy too. Industrial strength.
Yeah.
Well, that one's the double walled one, right? So it's insulated.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
this is the deluxe one. We don't have as many of these as the single barrel. This is the double barrel.
Mhm.
Double insulated. It's a lot heavier. It feels really good. And then the one that I'm drinking out of right now is the campfire mug, which is the most affordable, but also my favorite because it's cute, lightweight.
It's nice and simple.
It's bigger than I
Yeah.
thought it'd be.
These two are my favorites, the ones that are on the opposite ends of the fanciness spectrum. But
Yes. I like that I can tell you've got something cold in there because I can see the condensation on the outside.
it's tea. I'm drinking tea.
Nice.
Hey, Simmel,
Yes.
where can people go to buy this merch?
That is a great question. You can go to everfreenw.com/merch. The Wild Bills mugs, there will be a link there. They're all listed across the top. That will take you to their own website where you can purchase it through that. But in addition to those mugs, we're also selling some awesome plushies, some of which Button also has in the background there. We've got a lot of plushies from various different years, and we need your help to run through our back stock of them. So
Hey, wait. I have something important to say.
yes, go ahead.
Look at this baby.
It's so
Look at
beautiful.
him.
Everyone at home is doing this right now.
Don't you wish that you could order one of these babies? We need to get rid of our back stock before we can order more of Sharp Focus and his sister and the other ones we've sold out of. So help us sell out of our extra Marina and our extra Sea Ponies so that next year at 2021, look who will be there.
Yes.
And Novella, who Scott is holding up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. There is a novella we can show off.
So, help us help you.
Mm-hmm. Also available for the first time ever, very exciting, what B-Pen's showing off right now, this amazing Marina blanket. B-Pen, why don't you talk about that one? Since you've got it.
We could be here all night if we let him talk about that.
I'll keep it short. So this Marina blanket was designed by View. I'm going with View.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do names today. It is absolutely massive. It is 6 feet long and 4.5 feet wide at least. It is big. It is soft. It is extremely soft. Button was able to do an express delivery of mine to me last night, and I was immediately snuggling with it. It is amazingly soft. I would definitely, if you are even thinking about maybe buying one, go get it now, because I have a feeling that as people begin to get theirs, they're going to sell out because it is actually really nice. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, those are very, very nice. And if you go to the website, if you want to get, like I said, the mugs, that's separate. It's through Wild Bill's own website. If you want the plushes or the blanket, there is a form that you have to fill out. I don't believe it takes payment at that time, right? It'll come in the form of an invoice later on. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's just a Google form. It feeds it to a spreadsheet. Thorman goes through the spreadsheet and sends off invoices, which then you pay.
Mm-hmm. So those will be processed in the order in which they're received. So do it quick. If you want one of these awesome plushes or one of these wonderful blankets, look how big that is. It's so shimmery.
Eating Button. Oh no.
And that in the background that's also Elliott Bay in Seattle. So it's showing
I you can't even
local landscape.
It's like twice as big as me. Like it's massive.
Perfect for blanket forts, blanket burritos.
Oh, soft. Look at those eyes. How could you say no to that face? All right, I'll calm down now.
Okay. Super cool though. And like I said, there's a very limited stock. So if you want any of that stuff, please go fill out the form on the website, everfreenw.com/merch. That is where you're going to want to go to find our awesome merchandise. Cool. What is next on our list? Let's see. This is an interesting question. I had a few people ask me this personally, but some people were wondering why, since it's the Everfree weekend, or it would have been right now, why aren't we opting for a full-scale online event similar to Pony Fest Online or what TrotCon has done, what I believe Winnie City did, what Babs did. And as some of you may know, I'm involved on the staff for PonyFest as well. So I'm very familiar with how that works, how we would set up an online event. And kind of the simple answer is that so many other people have already done that concept and they've done it quite well. We kind of felt that that had already been covered by a lot of our other peers in the MLP community, and we don't want to overload anyone with that kind of level of content. So while we do want to celebrate the weekend in some regard, which is what we're trying to accomplish with this stream, something of that scope we felt would probably be more than was really needed, if that makes sense. And we hope people are satisfied with that as well, because there's a lot of great content out there. We're very lucky in this community to have so many people that are supporting each other through this pandemic, through the crisis. So go and lend your support to those people as well. We just appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming out to see the stream today. But that's why we're not really opting for a full scale event. So those are some frequently asked questions that we just wanted to get through here. But like I said, I said this before we started the stream, actually, it's nice to be in this call with all of you directors here as well, because normally we would be able to see each other face to face, and it would have been sad if we didn't have at least something like that this weekend. So what we'll do here is we'll go through, if you guys have any questions for us watching the stream, you can put those in the chat on YouTube and we'll read through them and try to address them as we go. But I'm also interested in just finding out how all of you guys
also the stream discussion channel on Discord.
Yes, that's correct. The Discord server, which, by the way, if you're not yet a member of, you should definitely do that. Let's put a link to that in the chat.
I'm working on it right now.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, so send us your questions. But just a question for all of our directors here. How are you guys doing? How is life for everyone here during the pandemic? How's everyone holding up? Some of us are rocking our pandemic mains here, me more than others maybe. I haven't been able to see a proper hairdresser in a while.
Or pandemic haircuts.
I'm just hiding mine under the hat.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually got a haircut less than an hour before we started this stream.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. The 2 weeks Portland wasn't under lockdown, I snuck one in.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually live with a immunocompromised housemates. I have to be extra careful. So yeah, barber is not essential for me, but it doesn't matter a whole lot, so it's a big deal.
Curtis has the best haircut.
Easiest to maintain.
Yeah, I've got a natural haircut. Organic.
True. Organic. I like that. Let's go with that.
He was feeling generous and gave all of his to Simmel.
Appreciated. Yeah. That's our other charity that we don't advertise as much, is just collecting
hair swaps.
Save Simmel's hair.
I don't know how we got on this track.
We're just talking about the need for a barber during this pandemic, and you just happen to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shaved shall inherit the earth.
So let's see now. Let's see. I'm looking through the chat here. Again,
questions, anybody?
For us,
any questions
in there.
Here, we do have our personal. We could run through those while we're waiting for some questions to come through. So we did bring up some. We've got a document here, and so we brought up a few different questions that might come up. So I guess I'll start along with a few of them. So one of the questions that I get asked often is, how long have you been working at Everfree or helping at Everfree? The answer is the entire time. I've been here since 2012. I have seen every single Everfree Northwest, starting as AVP on number 7 and working my way up to directorship, which I still maintain is a mistake on somebody's part, and I'm not entirely certain whose. Probably mine.
Clerical error somewhere.
Clerical error somewhere.
You're not even on the staff list. Get out of here.
Yeah. And then kind of the other two big questions that I want to hear from all of you guys are, who's your favorite mascot? And then what's your favorite moment that you witnessed personally? To answer the first question on my behalf, I think we can figure that one out.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's not a secret at all. Though I think my favorite Everfree thing that I witnessed in person goes all the way back to 2012. 2012 was the year of LineCon. It was everywhere you looked, there were lines. There was a shoddy elevator trying to take us up to the top floor of what was it at the time? It was
the Holiday Inn Express,
Holiday Inn
which is now the Crown Plaza.
Which is now the Crown Plaza. And it's like it has to go up 13 floors. There's not a ton of room up there. And then there was also the Marriott down the way that we were in. But one of the things that I remember was just how, even though it took forever to do anything, everybody was happy. Everybody was glad to be there. Like Friday, we let everybody go everywhere without their badges on Friday because our network system was completely kablooey. But in our overflow line room, we watched Ponies the Anthology. We did this, that, and everybody was cool with it because they knew that we were doing our best. And I think that's the coolest thing that I've seen in, I guess, now almost 10 years of Everfree Northwest. Maybe it's nostalgia speaking, but I was just like, that's one of the coolest things that I've seen.
Yeah, for real. I remember that event. That was my first Everfree as well. Although I was only an attendee, it wasn't until the next year that I joined on the staff. But I remember that from the attendee perspective, that big room we were all packed in for registration. And I remember when they made the call to make Friday free because the reg system was not quite working properly. But I've got a lot of fond memories associated with that first event as well. I've never missed an Everfree since that first one. And I don't really miss the venue, the weird split venue with the death hill in the middle. Anyone remember that?
Hey, try dragging a speaker from one to the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
that
was not
was
fun.
Or walking up the hill in cosplay.
Mm-hmm. That was a hot day too, because actually that's kind of interesting. We've kind of come full circle because that first event was in the middle of August, and here we are back in August again.
August 17th to 19th.
Yep.
A convention so nice it sold out thrice.
Yes, that's right. I remember that because we were really one of the. It was when the idea of a brony convention was still very novel. It was really just BronyCon and us, and I guess Trot around that time.
So got a sort of question from the stream to answer real quick. The cost for the shipping on the blankets is included in the prices listed on the blankets. For anything else that might need to ship international, we're just needing to figure out how much the shipping will cost, and we'll put that on the invoice. So if people want to purchase things internationally, Canada, Mexico, wherever, you can still purchase any order from the items on the store. We'll just figure out where we need to send them and put that in your bill for the invoice.
Other than the mugs, because the mugs don't come from us.
Yeah,
the mugs are shipping externally, but the plushes and of course the blankets, we can work that out. So
yeah, all costs listed are shipping included for the U.S. and then we do have an international cost listed on the blanket as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. One more thing, and then I'll let someone else go because we were talking about favorite moments that we've seen at con. Actually, from that same year, the first Everfree in 2012, I remember going to the charity auction, and if anyone was there,
I know this one.
You probably know what the story is. So there was a guy going around in a like rocker Sweetie Belle costume that he had like made from scratch.
Remember, season 3 had just was about halfway through at this point.
I think that's right. Yeah, and yeah, it was the outfit. It was like the glam Sweetie Belle, the costume they were wearing in the "We Are the Cutie Mark Crusaders," whatever episode that was from.
The challenge.
Yes, and let's see. He was trying to auction off his suit, the costume, which he had signed by several of the VIPs that were there, and there were a lot of VIPs that year. That seemed like, I don't even know how it was possible for there to be that many. That was a very good lineup that I don't think anyone kind of met that record for a long time. Yeah. But he had it signed by all the VIPs. He wanted to put it up for auction, but there were no bids on it. So he was feeling kind of disappointed about that. last second, he decides, just out of his own generosity, basically, I'm going to auction off my my Comic-Con Derpy figurine. If anyone remembers the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Oh, I do
Derpy
remember
figurine.
this.
Yeah, from that year. Super limited edition. There aren't very many of those. And this one was, again, the box was signed by a bunch of VIPs. Auctions it off. There's bids flying everywhere, going up and up and up and up. I forget what the actual amount was, but it was something pretty substantial. And the guy who won the item immediately took that item and then gave it back to the guy that was auctioning it off. And just everyone in the room at that moment, it was just like a very, it was incredible. It almost sounds like one of those like everyone on the bus clapped things, but it was real. It was like,
I was standing outside the room. I will confirm that there were some severe onions occurring in there.
yeah, it was super cool. Just that's one of the memories that sticks out the most to me from that year, is just the amazing generosity in that moment. Of the guy who decided, I'm going to auction off this prized item to begin with, even though I care about it deeply, and then the guy that got the item and gave it right back to him. This generosity on all sides, I thought that was amazing, and it was really exemplary of kind of the spirit of the very nascent community at the time. So that sticks with me. Anyone else have memories? Favorite memories from con?
I do, actually.
Go for it.
It's not one specific favorite memory, but over the years that I've worked with Everfree, we've also played host to a lot of VIP first-timers. We're proud to have a lot of, people who it's their first convention they've ever been invited to, and just the sheer joy on their faces, usually Friday morning, as they get to experience their first convention, is just so satisfying. Because they're always so, they're always so into it, and they're always so nice and down to earth, and they want to just run out there and meet the fans and go talk to everybody. Like, just getting to experience that is always a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't know if I have one specific memory, but kind of the general sense throughout the years is just how joyous an event it is. People making friends, meeting old friends. One thing we tend to do at the end, we'll ask how was the first convention. Usually a good third or more of the hands grow up. So just this constant, flow of people, just meeting new people in a very welcoming, and friendly environment. And also we get to see a lot of the families. Like that's one point when I ever see a family, I ask you, hey, are you having a good time? How are things going? And almost unanimously, yeah, we're having a great time. And I remember there was a couple, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where there was, a family that came back to us. This was the first time they had done it. I think they bought one of like the high-end badges that came with like the whole kind of, package with the hotel and everything. And the parents said, they asked their kids, like, okay, next year, do you want to go on a trip to Disney World, or do you want to come back here? And so we want to come back to Everfree. And, so just kind of seeing that, joy that it brings to, fans and friends of all ages is really special to me and a lot of other people. I think why a lot of us put so much of ourselves into making it happen. Looking forward to seeing everyone in a year in person.
I think one of the best parent comments we got from families was that their kids enjoyed Everfree more than Disneyland, or something to that effect. It was like, if it was a choice between Everfree and Disneyland, it's Everfree. Like, that's some heavy feedback there. Anyone else? Favorite moments, favorite memories?
I just want to add on to that one, actually.
Okay.
Because I really enjoy seeing the children get to go meet the voice actors. Like if you've ever been in the autograph room and the kids come up to meet their favorite pony's voice, and like 9 times out of 10, the voice actor like kneels down and gives them a big bear hug, and it's just like the most pure experience to watch those interactions, because it's so meaningful to both parties.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite things too is like seeing the families.
Anyone else?
I liked making a complete fool of myself at opening and closing ceremonies with my masquerading and singing. It was amazing.
I changed my answer. Him making a fool of himself is always fun.
Yeah, I vote
something
for-
I would have never done in any other situation, and just went basically, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna have some fun, and it was the best ever. So bad as it was.
enjoyed Scott making a fool of himself.
Yes,
that was amazing.
Okay, so everyone's voting. That's their favorite. Scott's singing in front of everyone.
So to segue from Scott, and the year he got up and sang, and he happened to be in a bit of a top hat and a suit, all day everyone kept thinking that was me and saying how brave I was. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's like, if you were to see me and Scott standing next to each other, it's like, I'd be like his mini me. I had no idea. Because I didn't even actually see him do it. I had no idea what anyone was talking about. It took a while to figure out that they were talking about him.
I don't know what it is with me. I get confused for weird stuff all the time. I spent a couple years living in Italy, and people thought I was Chinese for some reason. What? I don't know why. I didn't have the beard back then either.
I mean, I could rattle on and on and on about our first year. There was just something about the energy. Maybe it's because about how young the fandom was. Cynicism really hadn't kicked in yet with us. But I think I'm one of many of those people who could say that I was not in the best of places before Pony kind of pulled me out of a little bit of a dark spot. And I'll never forget that I never got to say goodbye to anyone that year. That was like the one year I decided to pop out early because, it was the first year at a new convention. I was like, oh, I'll just head, last day I'll head home. And then I regretted that so much. I did not get to see closing ceremonies, did not get to say goodbye. I had to just hop out of there as quickly as possible. And I made sure to never do that again. But if I'm going to bring up something that's just the funnest thing and I'll never forget, I think it was our first year at the Hilton. Correct me if I'm wrong, where we set off the seismograph.
Oh yeah, it was.
Well, we did that a couple of times.
I think it was
that was the
UW
3.3 on the Richter down in the.
I think it was year 2 at the Hilton.
Was it the year 2?
I think it was year 2.
No, it was 2015. It was 2015 because it was the
Oh.
first year I was there, and everybody was on that third floor of the parking structure convention area, and they built that massive audiovisual installation up there and had it thumping late into the night, and everybody got jumping at once with the bass and rocked the whole area.
Please jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like the UW.
That was also the year of please don't jump over a BronyCon. If I remember
exactly.
correctly.
Yeah. You know what? And that's doubly impressive because if you go into the parking garage under that conference area there, it's on springs. The third floor where everything is on giant suspension things that prevent that. But
It
even
was like
with
a
the
giant trampoline of a building.
yeah. So yeah, that was pretty impressive for sure. More memories? Anyone? Bravery. You first had your first event coming to Everfree last year, right?
Yes, that's right.
What was that like for you?
I didn't really know what to expect because I think I'm the only one here that actually lives on the East Coast. So that was my first time traveling by myself over to the West Coast. So I didn't really know what to expect, especially because I had only been to BronyCon prior for a pony convention. So I kind of was going in trying to keep an open mind because I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little smaller. I'm like, well, let's see how it goes. And I really liked the kind of the family atmosphere. Everything was a lot more cozy. In terms of my best moment, it was probably just between hanging out with Cole and Chaco because it was our first time really hanging out together. And then also it was my first time being a VIP handler, which is something ever since I started working cons I really wanted to do. Shout out to Tails for giving me that job. So I got to work with Gavin Langelo, who is the voice of Gallus, and like kind of show him the community for the first time because it was his first convention. It was just kind of cool to help someone along like with their first time being at a con and answer all the questions of like, what's a furry? Like, how many guests am I?
First question, what's a furry?
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let me tell you like what society thinks a furry is and then what furries actually are. But yeah, that was just a really fun time getting to meet everybody and like just, you know, having the experience. It was cool being welcomed in the Everfree family.
Yeah, we're glad you could join us. Thanks for stepping up. And there's loud noises. I hope no one else can hear that.
We can hear it.
Someone sawing into your ceiling.
Yeah, I think so. But sorry, let's not have that distract us. Any other memories?
Ponies are attacking.
I have very fond memories of probably 2014, 2015 closing ceremonies. We had sung the Smile song as we closed out, and pretty much the entire, you know, main hall was singing that, and I remember thinking that was pretty cool. That was a very good way to go out that year.
I think so much of that impact from conventions like this, sorry for the noise, I think a lot of that has to do with the sense that, you know, I actually recently did a survey where I asked people who go to pony conventions where they live, and a lot of people are out there far from any convention. There aren't very many pony conventions in the US to begin with, and the ones that do exist, they're going to stick around to these bigger metropolitan areas. There's bronies everywhere. There's fans of the show that live in small rural communities in the middle of nowhere, so to speak. There's people that live in cities. There's people that live in Alaska, Hawaii, people all over the world.
Dakota.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people, they might not know other fans of the show in person that live in their town. Here in Seattle, where Everfree kind of came out of, was some people in the Seattle Bronies meetup group. And we were very fortunate to have like a pretty strong community sort of in the early years of the fandom. But not everyone has that. So I think, you know, for people being in an environment where everyone is singing together along like that and everyone knows the words, and it just sort of makes you really feel part of something. And I think that's really rewarding for a lot of people.
Also, I think it's physically impossible to sing that song and not smile, right? Like,
yeah.
That can't be done, right?
What about HD Smile?
You guys are going to make me tell my smile story, aren't you?
Oh.
I mean, that was kind
Only
of
if
the
it's
goal of
followed
this.
by you singing the Smile song, Scott.
I don't know if we want to just end the stream on that or something, because that'll kill everything. No, actually, while we're on the topic of the Smile song, I know I've shared this story before in certain contexts, but I want to share it again because it's kind of my feeling of how this fandom really melds together and is a universal thing that brings all of us under the same banner of friendship is magic, and you know, Smile Song is a big part of that. I've traveled all over the world for pony conventions and traveling with some of the guests and doing liaison work, especially. I've been, you know, to the freezing depths of the con in New York City that, you know, was deathly cold, to the barren hotness of Baltimore in the middle of August, and everywhere in between. But as far as I've gone, like to the ends of the earth for pony conventions, we had a convention I went to in Beijing, China. So China BronyCon. I've been to a couple of Chinese BronyCons, and they've been just amazing from the attendance that I see, from the fans that are brought out for these kind of events. In a place like China, to have ponies just be that much of a draw is amazing to me. But this last year in Beijing, I was there helping the guests. It was Andrea Libman and Tao St. Germain, along with Ralph Strike, their manager, agent, and myself, kind of to help as liaison. And we all got roped into being the guests of honor judges for their cosplay contest. And they had a full-on video wall background a red carpet runway that stretched out into the audience, and we were sat front and center, right up close, judging these amazing fandom cosplayers in their finest. These people went all out for this stuff, and it was amazing. They had like dance groups that were all coordinated characters, and just some of the most amazing stuff I've ever seen as far as cosplay goes. And one of the songs that was backing, or while we were watching the cosplay contest happen, we were in the main hall. Everything's going crazy. Songs are playing, cosplays running up and down the walk and catwalk, and the entire building loses power. Like the main breaker blows. All the lights go off. There's a few windows up on the top ramparts of the room that we're in, so we get some natural sunlight coming in, but it's not a lot. So we're dark. The big video board is down. Music is off. Nothing's happening, and there's like 2,000 Chinese pony fans in this room, and somebody near the back pulls out a portable speaker and starts playing the Smile song. It's one of those, like, you know, movie moments where the guy's hanging boombox over his head, playing Smile song, and everyone in that room started singing. And if people aren't aware, the Chinese My Little Pony is not translated. It's subtitled. So they watch the show in English and they see the Chinese subtitles below for what's going on. So when they're singing the Smile song, they're singing it in English, and they're copying, if they don't know English, they're just copying the intonations, the same mouth words of the English version of Smile song. So 2,000 people in this room singing the Smile song. They're going through this while the lights are completely off. We're waiting for them to fix it and try to work out what they can to get things back online. And there's the line near the end where Pinky's like, you know, things get dark and gloomy, but, you know, I'll be there to brighten your day. And right at that moment, the lights come back on. The big video board starts, you know, illuminating everything. Not planned, not a you know, anything to do with the timing. The Smile song came up spontaneously. That line hit, and literally the lights came back on, and we continued on with the program. And I just sat there, you know, just with this thumping in my chest, feeling just the joy of that moment in experiencing the fandom at its finest, in taking a terrible moment, a bad downtime, and making the best of it, sharing their love, sharing their friendship. And things worked out in the end, and the show was able to go on. And that, for me, is something that really epitomizes what this fandom is about and what we can all learn from the show and apply it in our lives day to day. And, you know, for all that's said and done, all the conventions I've been to, all the people I've seen, all the folks I've met and interacted with, Everfree just feels like family to me. These folks on the screen here, I've worked with them for several years. All the people that I meet when I go to the conventions, I see a lot of them show up at Everfree specifically, and it just feels like a homecoming. I'm from Utah. I've lived here most of my whole life, but the Everfree Northwest, the Seattle area, is basically my second home because of these people here and the friendships I've made, and Everfree itself as my home away from home. So I want to thank you guys for everything that you've done, and for everything that we're doing together to continue on and keep everything running through this pandemic, through these hard times that everybody's experiencing. And hopefully we can share a little joy and revel in this friendship together. That's my message to everyone here. Just my experience of how great this place is, and how awesome all of you are for being here. So thank you.
Yeah. Well said.
And feel free, I'm seeing some in the chat here, but feel free to also share your memories in the chat. Clay Pigeon in the chat said, being at Everfree Northwest was the first place I felt like every stranger around me was a friend I hadn't met yet. And again, it's that same feeling. I admit I know most everybody at Everfree, now, but 2012, 2013, I was like, I've seen you like 3 times before. I know your staff, but we're able to hang out and have fun, that type of thing.
I think a lot of people can relate to when you go to any PonyCon, no matter where you are. It's not necessarily like you're going someplace new. It's kind of like you're going home because like it's your second family that's there.
Somebody knows my name.
No, for sure. I get that completely. I mean, it's interesting because I'll tell people that I'm part of this fandom. And, you know, obviously when this kind of stuff first started, there was the novelty factor where it was just so bizarre to some people. Like, that's a show for little girls. What is this? What are you, you know? And to a certain extent, that's still there, but it seems less because I think a lot of people have at least heard of it. They know something about it, and it's sort of lost some of that novelty factor. But it's interesting because I'll tell people about it, and they assume when I say I'm in this fandom that means like, all right, we're having our bi-monthly meeting to discuss who's best pony, and like that's all we're doing. But no, that's it. The way I would describe it is you came for the pony, but you stayed for the friends you made along the way. We're not just all getting together talking about horses all the time, right? These people, that might be how you get to know them, but these are people now. All these guys here are people that I'm very proud to call friends. It's been amazing to just to get to know people, especially if you come from somewhere in your life where maybe you're in a more, I don't know what the right word to use is, but like it's just a very diverse community with people from literally every walk of life. The types of people that maybe you wouldn't normally get to meet if you tend to sort of stay in your own bubble. So that to me has had a lot of value too. It's a way to expand horizons. It's a way to meet new people, hear new ideas, and make friends. And that's the magic of the show too, is that it literally succeeded in the whole mission, the whole lesson that it was trying to present, because hey, I know all of you guys now, and that wouldn't be the case. I would have less love in my life if I hadn't met you guys and hadn't made friends through the show. So yeah, it's something special for sure.
Hey, so Sybil,
yes.
I was going to ask if anybody had any favorite behind the scenes memories, but we've been at this for almost an hour.
Yeah, I think we're going to go. Let's see if we can make it to 5.
I do have an answer for that one, Clockwork.
5 hours?
From no, 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
But
because we can go for 5 hours. That's easy.
I mean,
there's enough stories. I'm off work for the next 2 weeks. I could be here all night.
I would definitely have to plug my stuff in.
But from the chat, one of the backstage stories comes from Melody Shannon,
Yeah.
who's been
Hi, Shannon.
head of charity, this, that, the other, our Princess Luna cosplayer. She does a lot for this convention, more than most people realize. And she's actually right there with Button. Hi.
Sorry, I don't have Matt.
Hey, Shannon, why don't you tell the story? Because you're the one that posted in the chat.
Wait, I'm confused.
I also sent the video to Cole, but
yeah, I see
song in the backstage with a bunch of musicians, and multiple times we got told to shh, quiet down, people are playing, but we're like, no.
I was one of those people telling you to quiet down.
You were.
I remember that. That was at the Hilton when we had that actual nice.
It was either 2013 or 2014. It was my time. Yeah.
Hush puppy. Are you guys in Arizona or Washington right now?
Guess.
Washington.
Considering that Button and Shannon dropped off my blanket yesterday, take a guess.
There you go. Okay.
Teleportation. It exists.
Yeah, I picked up mine too.
Kind of makes you think, like, they've got the train that goes around Equestria, but if you can teleport, like, why? Why?
Not everyone can teleport.
Not everyone can teleport, and it shows that the further Twilight tries to teleport, the more it takes out of her. So there's a finite distance you can teleport.
No lore discussions. We'll be here.
I'm sorry,
We'll be here all night.
you have opened the floodgates.
Unicorn racism.
Oh God.
And now we're closing those floodgates.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me see. I want to see if maybe we can do a rapid fire of some of the other questions. I don't know. I haven't seen the chat if there's any other in here, but some from our own list here. What's the furthest anyone's gone for a convention? Because I know we get a lot of staff that
Beijing and Guangzhou.
Many. Yeah, there you go.
I win.
Yeah, you win. I think you've got everyone else beat, maybe.
Yeah.
Say, I traveled from Los Angeles to Europe for one.
Oh.
Galicon? I went to Galicon. I went to Galicon in Germany.
Nice.
Nice.
Philadelphia to Seattle, about 2,800 miles roughly.
I've
been to BronyCon.
What's further,
Yeah.
Philly or Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Slightly.
So I got to give a shout out here to all of our wonderful Australia volunteers for Everfree Northwest.
Yeah, we get a lot
You all
of them.
know who you are. You travel the farthest, you win. Good job.
They travel
one of who is
time.
actually in this call but is not being seen because he is Callum. He is our head of video, and he does.
I teach
amazing...
trolls are meant to live in their caves. They don't.
I was for sure gonna shout out Callum at the end of the video, whether he wanted to come on or not.
Yeah, but Callum does does anything and everything video related at Everfree. Does amazing work, and he is currently sitting in this call, and it's his stream that you're viewing on the stream right now. So in reality, the stream might have happened if I was the one doing it, but I would have messed it up, I'm sure. And if it weren't for Callum's
everybody wave and say hi to Callum. Hi, Callum.
Hi, Callum.
If it weren't for Callum's
you.
expertise, today probably would not have gone nearly as well as it has. And so I have to give him a huge shout out in that regard. And yes, he travels up from the Sydney area every year to come help us up here at Everfree.
Mm-hmm.
One more rapid fire question that we didn't get to was B-Pen wanted to ask everyone's favorite mascots, but then he just talked about Marina and moved on.
Right.
Do you see how he made that question his own?
I feel like everyone should say their favorite mascot in 2 words or less. Or show. All right.
Mocha Sunrise.
Mocha Sunrise.
Our original will always have a special place in my heart, though. But I
There you
do
go.
love Marina.
Tycho, you can hold her.
Yeah, I feel the same as Clock. Front page is a special place in my heart, but I helped create Marina, so kind of got to go with that.
I'll vote for Tails then too.
One of her moms.
I think Marina is a design-wise like pretty peak mascot. Actually, there's a funny thing. I remember Bunny, who has done a lot of design stuff for us in the past.
Who is her other mom?
Yes, other mom. She told me once, this was the funniest thing. This was like at one of the like Dead Dogs, the after parties or something. She was talking about the design of Marina and saying like, well, we wanted to find something that was like emblematic of this
Uniquely
region, like
Seattle.
Puget Sound,
Yeah.
very Seattle. And so she's like, I looked up like fish that lived in Puget Sound, and then I realized all the Puget Sound fish are really ugly. Let's do an orca instead.
Yeah, I remember spitballing in her living room. We're like, what are we, looking at fish, and then we're like, orcas, duh. Like as soon as
Should have been a sturgeon.
one of us suggested it, and we're like, orcas.
Sturgeon ponies.
Yeah. Obvious answer.
You can't see it, B-Pen.
I'm trying, but here we have the
okay.
very original sketches from I can't remember her name right now. It wasn't Bunny.
Bumblebun?
Bumblebun, yeah. This is Bumble.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the very original sketches of Marina from Bumblebun. So we can kind of see originally she kind of had more Pinkie Pie hair, and then you could see definitely finalizing and that.
She grew out of her 80s scrunchy phase.
She grew out of her 80s scrunchy phase.
Yeah.
Kind of an original thought it may be a cutie mark, but then kind of her cutie mark became not a thing, but she's got her shell in her hair.
I love how we got right back to the B-Pen talking about Marina again.
Yeah, we did.
Every Everfree discussion always goes back to people talking about Marina.
If you would indulge me, a slight story.
Okay.
Before we had these lovely plushies, which these are all very nicely done. I love them.
Oh no!
I'm actually the one who, way back, was able to get our very first plushies of when we only had the one mascot, and those never got redone. Like I said, and I really do love these designs. But the company that went through, they actually sent me the original prototype before they were mass produced. And I was planning to just keep that thing all to myself. But watching the charity auction that was going on that year, I tossed her in, and that was a very, very hard thing to do. But she has a lovely home with our old chair crown.
Royal coat?
Royal coat. It's been a while. Yes.
Crown Royale.
Royal coat.
Our old chair, Crown Royale.
Royal coat. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about. Yeah,
On some nights,
our very, very first mascot, the very first plushie ever made, is with Royal Coat.
Very cool.
I got one more story if we got time.
Sure.
Oh God, go on.
Only
Okay.
one Tails?
Well, only one that I can tell.
Only one you can share.
People are like backstage stories, and I'm like, no.
Taking those to the grave.
So
What
it was
happens
the-
in Viper stays in Viper.
Pretty much, usually.
Yeah.
So in 2015, we had Bonnie Zackerly, the creator of the first My Little Pony, who at that time was 68, but still very vibrant, very active. And Thursday night, we're supposed to pick up all the guests at the airport, and her flight came in a little bit early, and we missed her. So good start to the weekend. I mean, their hotel's not that far because we were in SeaTac, so no big deal, but it was just missed the face-to-face. So starting off great. The next morning, it's like 9:15, opening ceremony is at 10, so I'm trying to arrange rides for all the VIPs from their hotel, which is at the DoubleTree, which is where we don't keep them anymore because we were there, and also now we're in Bellevue. But so it's like 9:15, and I'm walking down the hall at the Hilton, and I see Bonnie, and I was like, Bonnie's not supposed to be here till at least, no one's supposed to be here till 9:30, none of the VIPs, because none of them want to get up. So, you know, I was like, why didn't any of the drivers tell me that she was on the way? And now I got to get in touch with their handler to get them all sorted, because, you know, everyone's coordinated to be here at 9:30. So Bonnie just throwing it all off. And I go up to her and I was like, hey, can I help you? Because she looked a little lost, but also a little curious, because still it's early. There's not a lot of people. They're just mingling. And she was like, yeah, hi, I'm Bonnie Zackerly. And I was like, yeah, because I was basically running GR that year. So I kind of made Bonnie happen because I'm a big G1 fan. And I was like, yeah, how did you call one of our drivers? How'd you get here? And she was like, no, it's a nice morning. So I walked. And that's like a mile, which is like
Walked
a good
mile up the hill.
No, because it was the DoubleTree, so it's not really a hill. It's like a straight shot, but it's a mile along a busy street by herself without like her agent or a handler or anyone. 68. She's like, I just walked. And I was like,
That was the
cool.
same year John Delancey was looking for breakfast and just happened to wander down into the main hall.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that too.
A lot of people just got lost.
A lot of fun stuff in 2015.
Awkward
Yeah,
look.
that's sort of backstage story about just Bonnie's walked.
amazing.
She just walked.
Anyway, as for my favorite mascot, I mean, I really have to go with.
Oh yeah, that
here.
question.
No, I mean, in terms of our favorite mascots, I got to go with Sharpie. He's a cute little dude.
Totally. And he got his cutie mark.
Yes, I'm so thrilled that he finally got his cutie mark.
Yeah, see, I'm on vacation, so I don't have my Marina plushie with me. But in
Why
terms of
not?
Everfree, and she wouldn't fit in my duffel bag. I kind of overstuffed it a little
You
bit.
didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, dang. Did you need that many clothes? You
She could just be like your carry-on, dude. Come
Your
on.
duffel bag should conform to Marine.
Remember,
my duffel
this one
bag
has
is
traveled
my
to BronyCon and
Marina
Cider
needs
Fest.
her own seat on the airplane.
Wait, what if there was a
She
duffel
does.
bag and like Marina's belly was like the bag and I don't
Like a kangaroo.
yeah, like a pouch.
But yeah, Marina is definitely my favorite Everfree mascot for sure.
Maybe-
But in terms of overall mascots, I kind of got to give it to Starstruck from EQLA.
Oh no, that's not an Everfree mascot.
R.I.P. EQLA.
I mean,
I
was
love Starstruck for the one reason of that life-size version of her with Casey riding on her.
Oh yeah.
It still
That
it still
was-
sits
that's the
it still
best.
sits in Casey's office. I saw it kind of a couple weeks ago when I was over at her house. It's still there. She has it.
Very nice. All right. Any last thoughts? Because otherwise we're going to do a little outro here. Good. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, we would have much preferred it be in person, but we do, of course, hope that you're all staying safe out there, staying healthy. It's important that we're all here to support each other in this time. Obviously, a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world right now. So be excellent to each other. And just to wrap up here, as we all say goodbye, if you haven't yet taken a look, do consider donating. We are sponsoring 2 different charities through this stream today. And I think we'll continue to take those. How long are we doing that for, actually? Scott, did we have that?
At least the next week. If people want to donate throughout the next little while, we'll make sure.
How about
we
we're
get all
taking
those funds
donations
and get the donations sent over.
Let's take donations until hotel rooms open.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that works. Cool. So then for the next week, those donations are going to continue to benefit our 2 charities, which are the Seattle Foundation and its COVID-19 Relief Fund. That goes towards helping out local businesses, communities affected directly by the virus here in the Puget Sound region area around Seattle. And then also Creative Justice, which works with art education as a deterrence to reduce youth incarceration in the local community as well. They're both very good groups, very worthy causes. So if you haven't yet done so, consider donating something. The link is going to be scrolling down here someplace, and you can also find it on our Twitter and everywhere else. It's just everfreenw.com/donate. So be sure to check that out.
It's also in the chat. We just posted it.
Yay. Perfect. And buy some merch too if you haven't. Get it while it's hot. It
Yeah.
won't be around forever.
Limited edition. There's not that many of those blankets.
Honestly, I won't be surprised if both the blankets and the mugs are sold out by the end of the week.
Well, not that many plushies, but
Yeah.
we'll probably have those in the
Please
future
buy the
in some
plushies,
capacity.
though.
Please buy those.
The plushie sets are very limited stock.
You guys have been asking for years, hey, when are you going to sell your merch online? It's happening right now. I can't come to the con. Where can I buy merch? Your opportunity.
Everfreenw.com
Your opportunity
/merch.
now.
Tell your friends. All right, cool.
Tell your enemies.
Yeah,
Sure.
tell everybody.
Oh, we were talking about year 1. I've got the OG shirt with the Space Needle, which technically we used illegally.
Yeah.
Without permission.
Are we selling that one?
No. Officially no. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next year in 2021. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Next year.
Oh, God, get out of here.
I'm going to keep doing this until I'm told that we're off. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
You mess with me, you better not, or else you might get burned. got to get to know you, be your friend. So you can come on over, anywhere else is gonna be colder. I guarantee the fun